113 years of existence, and the classic tussle between the bull and bear still exists. The JSE has come of age. In 1886, the Witwatersrand was declared a goldfield. Now came the money men. Diamond-hard mines trekked north from Kimberley. They came to exploit the gold. At 4 o'clock on Tuesday, the 8th of November, 1887, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange was established. Founder Benjamin Wallen opened the first stock exchange on the 16th of January, 1888. Boom time, and trading spilled out into Simmons Street between the chains. Gold carried the exchange safely through the war to end all wars, and through the events of 1929. When New York sneezes, the whole world catches a virus. By the time that virus reached these shores, South Africa had a cold of its own. Great Britain abandoning the gold standard created a financial crisis. This was followed by the great gold standard boom of 1933.
Happy times were here again, for a while. Nazi Germany flexed its muscles. Rumors from the USA of a drop in the buying price of gold. Brokers held their breath, waiting for the call from London. Sell! And sell they did.
Before the market steadied, holders of South African gold shares lost £45 million. All this, and then World War II. But even that had its bright side.
4 years of the grim trade of war had qualified South Africa for a place among the industrial nations of the world.
In 1960, the winds of change blew against the wall of a new stock exchange in Holland Street. The walls weren't strong enough to keep out politics. The Sharpeville incident, and the market plummeted. In 1968, the pound devalued. Stock exchanges worldwide closed to await developments. When they opened, gold soared. Then gravity had its revenge in 1969. But again, the market recovered, and the 70s began with a record year. It was a decade of innovation, not least the admittance of the first woman member, and a decade of movement from Holland Street to Diagonal Street. The first full year in Diagonal Street broke nearly every record in the exchange's history. In January 1980, gold peaked at $850 an ounce. During the 80s, in the face of unrest at home and disinvestment from abroad, gold proved its worth once again. Gold has been an integral part of the stock exchange's first century. 113 years has seen the growth of the stock exchange parallel the growth of South Africa into the rainbow nation of today and the foundation of the African Renaissance. 1990s brought the release of Nelson Mandela and his inauguration as the first democratically elected president of South Africa. This single event launched South Africa back into the global radar screen, and the JSE was ready for launch. As the dawn of the new millennium nears, the JSE has taken a quantum leap into the future by looking at itself inwardly, transforming itself and giving birth to the new JSE, into the global financial markets. From the Johannesburg Stock Exchange to the JSE Securities Exchange, South Africa. A quantum leap, a different look, a unique exchange. At the core of the Southern African economy. Market-driven, customer-centric, E-enabled, technologically advanced. State-of-the-art electronic trading and settlement platform, internationally compliant listing requirements, new product development, a global player. Ladies and gentlemen, the new JSE, Southern Africa's global gateway. the JSE Securities Exchange South Africa. Our vision is to be recognized for providing world-class primary markets, secondary markets and services, facilitated by strategic affiliations while providing a gateway integrating Southern Africa into the global financial markets. South Africa's established financial markets and technology need to be leveraged to the fullest, thus creating capital and jobs to widen prosperity across the African continent. In a world where technology replaces expensive infrastructure, national boundaries are broken down to form new powerful economic blocks. Global investors seeking new growth opportunities give Africa the opportunity to fast-track its development path. With world-class trading and settlement platforms in place, the JSE Securities Exchange South Africa is poised to spark the African charge. The JSE's commitment in developing Southern Africa is evidenced by aligning its listing requirements with international best practice, leading the harmonization process of these requirements amongst the SADC exchanges, offering its trading platform to these exchanges, signing memoranda of understanding with Namibia, Kenya, Ghana, Egypt, Nigeria and Mauritius. The JSE has recently taken a quantum leap by acquiring SAFEX, the Southern African Futures Exchange, and forming strategic alliances with the LSE and FTSE, all part of a greater Southern African vision. An integrated, real-time regional network of SADC securities markets and a gateway to the world's financial markets. Global investors have many choices. To compete for their capital, Africa must not only provide growth opportunities, but also sound financial market infrastructure, openness and transparency. The JSE will continue to lead the way, fueling the economic engine of Africa while providing the gateway integrating Southern Africa into the global financial markets.